This is my review of the Excalibur, the 2012 line. Specifically, I'm going to start with this AL1830EDPB. Emphasis on the B. Last year's was an AL1830EDP, which stood for Enhanced Data Port. For 2012, they beefed it up in a couple ways. The most important and most noteworthy, I should say, is the B, the blade. This new system here will now accept the blade cartridges. Omega has the port right there, so you can use a blade TB or a blade AL, whether it be a CompuStar, iDataLink blade, or the OL blades that they're using. I also got some accessories which I'll go over in a little bit, not right yet. But basically, even though I'm going to review this 1830, I'm also going to cover all 5 of these. And the reason why that's going to happen is because they're all very similar in one way or another. So for instance, the 1830, which is this model, and that's the one I'm going to talk about, and that's going to be the focus of my video right now, the big brother of that one, which would be the Crime Guard 830i7, that would be their flagship line, the Crime Guard. Of course, Excalibur is no joke. And this one here is the 1920 EDPB Touch, the touchscreen version. This one here is the little brother of that, which is called an AL1510 EDP. No B on that one. The 1510. They have a 1520 EDPB coming out, but it's not out yet. At least I don't know about it, but probably by the time you watch this video, it actually might be. And of course, the big brother of that, the Crime Guard once again, the 750i6, which would be the better model of the Excalibur 1510. So first, look at those remotes. Hot. Those things look good. These have a blue LCD backlight. They have nice recessed buttons. So if you're using this for yourself, or for a woman, I should say, they won't accidentally remote start their car and their purse. They're all recessed. They're all nice. And this isn't that cheap painted crap that you find on some of these remotes out there. And this antenna is a nice hardened plastic. It won't chip and fall off, leaving you to go out and buy yourself a costly new pager. And on a side note, the Echo 2 and Echo 3, Echo Touch and Echo Color are all compatible with this system. For instance, this here is an Echo Touch. This is an upgrade. Basically, all you do is you swap the antenna, you reprogram the remote, and boom, you got a touchscreen transmitter. Very easy. It takes about 2 minutes. All these systems come with a one-way companion remote like this one here. It should be the ELV148. Nice chrome. Very nice. The only difference between this one here and the Crime Guard version, besides the warranty and a couple other little gimme features, is the Crime Guard has the carbon fiber style remote control. This one here has more of that shiny black kind of deal. Now, what you're going to find in the box, which is very cool, is a battery backup. You do have to buy a 9-volt battery and stick it in there, so you got an automatic battery backup. That's a pretty cool feature. Antenna, one plug goes into the brain. Other side, you got these 3 for the other end. It's going to go right into this, which is called the Echo antenna. It's 3 things in one. There's 2 LEDs, one on either side. Those are multicolor LEDs to show you the status of the system. They can be red, they can be green, or alternate between the 2. The valley switch is right there. Nice and neat. No hideous, long, nasty looking antenna like you find on a lot of these systems. Starter disable, built right in the box. All the main harnesses, nothing too exciting there. Main harness, ignition output harness, remote start, auxiliary harness, another auxiliary harness. What else we got? You got the Psycho siren, a 2-in-1 siren dealy. Nice and small. You got the manual, install guide, the warranty. And a warranty, by the way, folks, is a life warranty, a real life warranty, that you don't have to be begging and pleading whoever you bought it from for that service. It's actually right from the manufacturer, and they're happy to oblige. That's why I take the time and actually show you about this company, because they're worth showing. By the way, that pin switch, no big deal. And a little bit about this here system. You can use a standard Omega Link or an iData Link 4-pin data-to-data integration module to plug right in. You could use the blade like I mentioned. It also has two auxiliary ports on the side there. So you can use one for the supply dual zone shock sensor. You could use the other one for an optional like a dual zone radar sensor such as that. This AU80 is a glass brake. This one here is a combo. Does glass brake and dual zone shock. Window roll-up modules. The turbo timer you don't need to even waste your money on. Like with so many of these brands out there, it's already built in. Also, very important, this system does automatic transmission, diesel, and it does manual transmission. And it's not does one or the other. It does all of them, which is cool. The system has 5 buttons on it, on a two-way LCD anyway. This one actually has 6 total usable channels, 2 devoted to lock and unlock, so you can expand and blow up on the system pretty easily. It's a very serious system in that respect. For this system here, even though there's 4 buttons by default, the red you tap twice for the remote start. This has ATV, which is a very important feature and not something that most people talk about. And I can tell you, as a guy who's getting his car robbed many times in his lifetime, that's a good thing. Because a guy like me who has a code hopper or a code grabber, boy, I could have a nightmare into your car. This one here will not play that. So if someone tries to steal your vehicle with this here system, it'll actually keep that code from getting set into the system, and it'll also alert you, the user and the owner of the car, that something occurred, which is a very unique and very valuable feature. And it's free. It's built into this system. It's just a winner, man. It's a winner. So just real quick recap. The 1830 is a two-way alarm remote start. Does everything you could ever want to do. Also, it's CarLink compatible, so if you wanted to add the telematics with the iPhone, easy to do. The 1930, which is this one, the touchscreen, or the 2030 Echo Color, same deal, just different transmitters. Back to the 1510, same thing as an 1830, just take the remote start off if you don't care about that feature. There you go. And the Crime Guards, which would be the comps to the Excalibur line. And real quick, I'll just go over some of the features. You got last door arming, auto rearming, starter interrupt, no big deal. Ignition locking, unlocking. You can do the confirmation chirps. You can set them to high, low, or however you want them to be. The volume, the length of the alarm cycles, the lights upon the disarm. So if you want to tie in the headlights, the dome-light output, parking lights. Gee, this just goes on and on. Carjacking's built into there. You can program and set the remote start activation, runtime, the lights, how they flash, the door lock pulses, the light relays, which are built in, by the way. Manual trans, auto. You could do tack, tackless, adjusted crank time, arm disarm, additional channels, remote start lock control, low temp crank extender, the data port. I mean, just goes on and on. And another cool thing about this system is to say, for instance, if you got this here radar sensor, someone walked near your car, this system can actually, with no help or no extra parts or anything, automatically lock the doors, notify you on your two-way LCD. That is a cool feature. So this here is my review on the 1830. Out of a 1 to a 10, you get a 10.